Hi everybody. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. We're going to be here in the barn. In case you didn't know, this podcast has a video version in your library, in the membership library. So if you care to be able to see what we're doing, that's where you'll have to go. Anyway, so this is where we are today. We're going to be talking about just like kind of the setup for things, you know, like when we set ourselves up for success in whatever it is that we're doing. So,
and one of the things that we have figured out, we just organized this grooming stall. We have less horses there this year because some of them stayed down in Florida with their owner. So we had a chance to, we thought, okay, well, we have an extra stall. We created a proper grooming stall. And it used to be we just groomed in the aisle. But it was a little bit, yeah, they're still neighbors, pesky little yearling neighbors.
Oh, that's Hadley.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, hi, Ad. But anyway, so we changed it. We've been working at this for, I don't know, the past week, easy, to really put the things in here we need, to think, oh, where do we put saddles? Oh, where do we put, you know, their halters, their screens, their all the things. So we've got it really nice and new, and we're feeling really good about it. So now we're loving grooming. And it gives us a chance. I love to find spots. Like I was just rubbing over here on Henley, and she was, like you could see her getting all into it and twisting her little lip up. I see, and that's her doing it right there. She's going to make sure we're in the stall. So I love when we can spend time like this and find the places they love and check them out, figure out where things aren't right. You know, if there's a rash or if there's bug bites or if there's, you know, a bald spot or a hock sore or whatever abnormalities they shouldn't have. But I also get to be able to find those spots and have quiet time with Henley and finding the things that she loves.
So I was just going to show him this cupboard here. This cupboard was like $200 and some from Wayfair. It has been like
a good deal, not to.
Yeah, and it is not the, you know, best made cupboard ever, but it has a lot of nice little, you know, features here. I'm going to open it up. Sorry for my videoing skills. But see, it has these are saddle pads. So it has these 3 little drawers that you can put your saddle pads or towels or whatever it is that you want. And anyway, so we've kind of like made over this one little stall, and it's given us a ton of joy for what it really is.
Yes. We just stay out in here all day now.
And it like it really was next to no money to do it. I mean, we already had the cupboard, so there's that. But like we put up these little things here with our scrim sheets on, you know, if it's kind of that in between season weather. Excuse me, I'm going out here. I just wanted to show them where we used to, like the aisleway is not that wide. This is part of it, and this is our little tack room. And then, so you see that the aisleway that we did have them cross-tied in wasn't very wide, and so like when people were cleaning stalls and doing whatever, it just had us in the way all the time. So now we have a little space, and we're like super thrilled about it. So what we wanted to talk about would be, you know, like just kind of setting yourself up for success, your little areas, your stalls, your arena, whatever the case may be, and like think about those things that, what is happening?
She's grooming me because I'm grooming her. This is what I love about this. She loves this.
And just thinking about what can we do to set ourselves up for success and help set our barns, our places of work, our workspaces for what will give us success and make us want to get out there and do it, I guess, is part of it, right?
Yeah, that's exactly it. Because sometimes you don't notice those things. That it makes a really big difference to have this grooming stall. We're so tickled with it because we can come in here and kind of linger and have time together. Of course, you have to teach them about cross ties or standing or whatever. That's a different subject. Of course, these guys learn to tie. Cross ties big in the United States, and so that's what we do, and that's not a problem for her. But it's really making this room feel very comfortable for us, making it feel very usable, convenient. We can get to the things. It gives us a plan. It lets us have our mind at rest. You know, we're not feeling scattered and going all over the place. We kind of have our mind at rest, and we can operate the best. You know, we can be more fully present. Hi, Miss. Yes. So whether it's sessions, whether it's a training space, whether it's a time of day, whether it's where you get them ready, where maybe it's a combination of things, but really having a space that feels doable, convenient for you is really important. So whether you're in a boarding barn, and I get that, there's plenty of times I've been in boarding barns and I've had to figure out how do I do this here because it's not mine to do, but you can find a way around these things and find a way to get these things to create success. And, you know, it's your antecedent arrangement style, isn't it?
Or if you can't change something in the actual boarding barn itself, maybe you're making a little grooming kit, or
Yeah.
I don't know, just whatever it is that you can think of that helps you kind of get the, I hate to say job done, because
It's not really a job, but
Yeah.
oh, sweetie, yes. Henley needs a little fly spray. Yeah, but it is getting the pieces together and organized so that you can feel like you can get your job done. You know, that you can do things in the most functional way and the most focused way. I'm a little split focused, so ignore me for a minute.
Yeah.
But it is. We pulled out like our favorite grooming things. We made sure they're in reach. Where should we be? Where should the hoof treatment or whatever it is that we need, where is it? What made it easiest to get to?
I'm going to spray her a little bit.
Okay. I'm going to tell you a little secret.
Oh
Henley,
my gosh, she stinks.
Henley is in season, and she just thinks Fabu is whack.
The cat's meow.
Yep, and he
And let me
thinks,
tell you, he's not.
yes, and he thinks she is. And so there's little bites all over her from,
They're like bites.
yeah, see that, or that we have dealing with. And so she doesn't smell good. She needs a little, kind of little wipe down. Little less pheromone.
She needs a full-on bath is what
She does.
needs.
It's a little, it's still a little cool. Even though we have warm water, it's still a bit of a, you know, it's going to be warmer soon. So it just feels like, just wait. Hi, sweetie. Hi. Mwah. So it kind of feels like, just wait for a hot minute and the weather's going to turn for us.
Yeah. Hey,
Thank you for spraying her.
I don't know if people know this, but Luna is pregnant, and
Yep.
Luna is going to be having a foal, Lord willing. You know, maybe, well, her actual due date is May 20th. In the past, she tends to go about 4 days early. So
Hi,
I don't know
sweetie.
what she'll do. Her very first foal, she went almost 3 weeks early. Early, late, you know, it's hard to say because there's no real. The gestation of horses, as you might know, is 11 months. So there's a lot of leeway in there.
And she gives
less
birth to big
leeway.
old babies. Big old giant babies. Okay, let me find. And then we get to have our favorite products. This is something called Naked Horse. And it is,
Spelled Neigghkid.
and it is, they have some really great products. They're kind of your high-end things. But this is a fondant, which is great for open wounds, but it's also great when we have those cold bites from our last season. So it's things we can do to put on their skin and make it, so we quite like the Naked products. There it looks like it says Naked, like regular Naked, not the kind that we're used to.
Does it?
Yeah.
Anyway, that particular product we love because
The
like
fondant.
it's like a fondant, like an icing kind of, and it really is. It's like thicker, and it goes,
girl.
it settles in the little crevices of their little wound, and
And
it
in
kind
your
of
case, they
acts
want-
like a skin, you know?
Yes,
You
for the
know, like
open
you
wound.
put ointments on a lot of times, and they just They kind of heat up as they sit on the horse, and they just ooze out, and then they attract dust. This doesn't do that. This stays in the cut, and it doesn't attract dirt and dust.
And you can put it right on the skin, and it kind of seems to, like on the dead skin where it's healing and scarring, and it is quite nice. We're not sponsored by them or anything. We just really like their products.
Now, what other products do we like? I always love this topic.
Well, we kind of try a bunch of different things, don't we?
Yeah, I really, really, really love Carday and Martin.
Yes.
That's CARR, comma, Day.
This is their main
And Martin.
tail. But we also have them for their tack stuff. They have a 3-step tack cleaning that you can do that I love. Hi, sweetie. Hi. All right, let me give her a little.
Well, this is what we always say. When it's time for podcasting, on goes the lawnmower.
Yes, it does.
For some reason, there's like a podcast magnet to that lawnmower.
I think the back's getting stickier again. Woo. Hi, little miss. Hi. Hi.
Okay, I'm good.
We stopped for a minute because the lawnmower was going, and to be honest, I get really into the horses when I'm doing horse stuff. So I was just all into Henley.
Yeah,
and
they know that.
And what makes it part of it is being in here makes me be able to rule out the rest of the world. You know, like when I'm out there, I'm kind of busy, like who's coming, who's going, who's where. And when we're in here, I'm like, I can just focus on Henley and what we're doing. And so that was really nice. So that's again back to that workspace.
I must look really bad.
Why?
Because I just threw a hat on and that's how I came.
And you have flies all over you because you stink.
Yeah.
Just kidding. I don't know what's wrong with me.
we weren't planning on doing it. This was impromptu.
Yes. And then we thought, let's just talk about, kind of some of the things. Let's do it in our tech room where we love. And anyway, so I think kind of one of the things that really reminded me is how much when we get our spaces right, when we get our plan, when we get our head right, how much we can be in the moment with our horses, which lets us kind of forget about what we're supposed to do in the rest of the world. It's kind of, what the hard part is? I don't really carry my phone at the barn. I set it down and nobody can get a hold of me. And then the other thing that I do.
Otherwise, it's really easy.
Yeah, because luckily no one's trying to get a hold of me. But I really can lose track of time and be here longer than I was thinking. So I have to set alarms if I actually have to do something. But that way I can forget about it because the alarm won't tell me. I don't have to keep going, what time's it? So I think all those pieces are important because they help you to be able to be present and make your workspace work for you. May not know this, I'm an uber organizer.
Yeah, she is.
I mean, crazy, kind of.
I actually thought that I was very organized. Like, this would be my normal skill right there. But no, not compared to this.
And I lived in a tiny house for a while. That takes some skills. You're like, there's space that you need to not look like you're jammed in a rat trap, but you need to use all your space.
Yeah.
So that it all helps. So I feel quite happy and organized here.
Yeah, sometimes she'll be like, what? You have this 1 inch of space. What are you going to do with that? And I'm like,
you can put your
it's
toothpaste
just going
there.
to be space.
And this is what happens when we go to our different Airbnbs every winter or every winter in Florida or just Airbnbs forever. And I'm busy going, okay, how does it work?
Yeah.
So I do, even if it's only for a few days.
Making your space work.
Yeah.
Whatever that is.
Yeah. What else do we have to add to this?
I don't know. Like, we put some hooks up for halters, and we put a saddle rack up, like a portable one, the type that just sets on the eye screw. And a couple little blanket racks, which is just 2 eye screws with a rope in between.
And this I got in Florida. This is for us. You can crush down, so it's really flat, makes good for travel. But it holds carrots. Like, you can hold 15 pounds of carrots in here, easy. And so it's and you can open it and it gets air for a while, and then you can close it because they either can get too dry and limp, or they get slimy.
Nobody wants limp carrots.
So you so we can open it up when we're here, dry it out. There's condensation on there. Before we leave, we just set it back down. You don't even have to clip it down. And it keeps it, they last a lot longer in there. Mm-hmm. So that was you just get it off Amazon, like, I don't know. But it works quite well.
Okay, I have an idea.
Yes.
Let's take them around for a little barn tour.
Okay.
Want to?
Okay. Yeah, Henley's back out with the herd right now.
I think the barn's already cleaned up, so
yeah.
I think it's safe. Here this is just basic, but we just have wraps and polos on this side. I already showed you kind of, but there's hand towels there. Alcohol wipes, alcohol just in general is really great for, what are you doing?
I'm going to close it.
Oh, okay, so that
you can see our paper towels on a bungee cord.
Yeah, nothing fancy there.
Yeah.
Our fanny packs
for riding, fun bags if you're in the UK.
Yeah, and even if you're not, that's just a.
Well, you looked in the tack room, right?
Yeah, but let's show it a little better. So we have that hot water heater feeds the washer.
I hope this is interesting.
Yeah, I think it's interesting.
Okay, good.
I mean, if people don't like it, they can.
Yeah.
Let me know.
Okay.
But it also, so it's tankless, is what I like about it. Mm-hmm. People don't know that I didn't know this existed a couple years ago. But
it's great for outdoor ones too.
It never runs out of hot water.
And there's ones that are they're can be hooked up outdoors where you can have kind of portable hot water without a bunch of plumbing.
And you can change the temperature. I don't know why in the screen, but you just simply change the temperature. That's how you make it hotter or colder. That's all you do. It's pretty much maintenance free. Although you do need to make sure it doesn't freeze. I learned that the hard way. I had to replace it.
Henley's bit that we're using for her. It's soft, but she likes it. Quite responsive to it. For getting her ready for any riding stuff, because she's riding with it sometimes and sometimes still bitless, but she's all happy with it.
Above the door, just a little shelf, a little mirror, paper towel, just things in their place, and
there's a medicine cabinet.
Oh yeah, which is a $40 yard sale find that has glass that slides over it, and I like that because I can see everything that's in it. In the bottom, we have just a bunch of baby diapers, things that you would treat horses' feet with.
Yeah, we don't
baby diapers naturally. You know what I mean.
And for summertime, we have this where we can keep some carrots in there when it gets too hot out. It's tiny. Yes, and you plug it up there.
There's all our side buckets.
Here's our wash stall.
Brush box, but hang on one second. You're getting ahead of me.
Oh, okay.
These are just different wraps. The bandages and the ones that go under. These are just sprays. These are more like coat skin stuff. That's all leg stuff. And then this is all foot stuff. So we have hoof packing, fungal, antifungal stuff.
Why are all these brushes here?
Lots of things like that. I washed them.
Oh, gotcha. Good deal.
Yeah, so she
can't
handle.
Yeah,
this is our wash bay area. Yeah, it's better if you're in there. This has 2 windows. It's very basic. And then we hung up 2 milk crates on the wall. Holds lots of stuff.
And these are soaps that have they have these plastic around them, and it's from the Virtual Soap Company. They smell good. They're pretty organic and good for your horses, so they're not full of chemicals, but they make a nice little scrub and thing.
And then, so that comes through the wall from the tankless hot water, and so we have very easily, I just realized how badly the wall needs scrubbed. Tankless, we have hot water, and it's adjusted from the other room very easily. The knob, you don't even have to no adjusting in here. It's just it's actually like a quarter turn knob. Stupid stuff like that is important. Stop laughing at me.
No, okay.
We don't own that barn over there. It really needs torn down. That was a playhouse that my dad made us as kids.
It says shavings on the other side of the mirror.
Yeah, on the back side of the mirror, and then there's hay underneath there. It's just this little storage thing.
And then you can see we have plenty of grass next to the ring, so if they are feeling conflicted, need to go get reinforcer, it's really much more valuable than our grass because anyway.
Yeah. So the footing is just sand. Actually, we're in Pennsylvania, so we don't have sand in the ground, but there was this one
And there's some
weird
felt
place.
or fiber in here, yeah?
Yeah, I did it does have fiber in it. There was this place, like, I don't know, just like 10 minutes from here. They dug in the earth and they found a natural vein of sand.
Okay. Like a gravel pit kind of.
Yeah, which was very strange, and we just
Went with it.
A friend of ours owned it, and they just gave us unlimited truckloads of pure white sand. It was
Wow.
crazy. Yeah. Boy.
Feed area.
Yep. So we just have bins.
I put the
Like each horse has a different color, so that we're sure that that right now is just a mix of Triple Crown Senior and organic alpha pellets. Looks like it's light on pellets. Typically it's more of a 50-50
Yeah, it
mix.
does look low. I think it's a
Just
little weird
nothing in there.
Okay.
And then like this is Henley stall. It's, you know, a few of our stalls are folding stall size.
So they're double stalls, really.
Yeah, so they're a little bigger. She happens to have one because she's a princess. And then over here, so we have that grooming stall. These two stalls, can you turn the light on right there? This stall is not in use, and it's our smallest stall. We just don't use it because it's just too small. And then this is where we have blankets.
And extra things,
Yeah,
clearly.
nothing fancy there. And then this is, our barn is not very big, by the way. It used to be my grandfather's workshop, so it was transformed into something else. This is Luna's stall, and this is where Lulu will have her baby.
Because it's a double, it's a folding stall.
Yep.
And this is too.
Yep, this is too. Actually, we took the wall down in this one. This is the biggest stall. This is Santino's stall because he's the biggest horse. So that's their paddock.
And then they can go around the back, and they can also, this is where we let them up onto the hill where those
Yep.
white
Right
things
through
are.
those gates.
But it is so lush right now. They have limited time for that.
Yep. So then we just have this other little barn out here, which is very cute at night because it has its little lights on it. Unfortunately, the horses are eating my beautiful
Cute
barn. So nothing to see here really, just we do like the fact though that it has like this particular stall, or both stalls on the ends have 3 windows, so it's very airy.
And opens to their own little paddock too.
Yep. So as she said, it opens to a real small paddock, which when Luna has her foal, we'll put them out there at first.
And that shed over there is where we do shipping and receiving.
Yeah.
And then the house where we live.
Yeah.
That's it. That's our barn tour. And I hope you found that interesting. We will be having more content about training coming next. But you know, part of training is also management now, isn't it? Making sure that they're well. It's all the things that go with it. It's not just the doing the training, but it's, you know, you have to train them to get in the cross ties. You have to train them to be alone and in that stall. You have to train them or condition them to enjoy grooming and be expressive about what they like or when they're not feeling it, or, you know, to stand for their feet to be done, stand for me to, you know, all the things. So all of that kind of ends up being a culmination of the training. So it's important that management is a huge part, and it's kind of where we go first. We make sure they're physically well. They're getting the diet they need. They're getting the turnout they need. They're getting the social time they need. The room to move and run, you know, all those things. So that's just kind of part of it. So we thought we'd share that.
Bye.
Bye, you guys.